Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition, because there is no video edition. Well, as I say every day, what you see on your screen is video. Gotcha. Or got me. But that's all you're going to see. There's no action. You're not going to see me. Just in case there are some people eating, you wouldn't want to look at me while you were having a meal. So, no me. No action. It'll be the 5-card spread for today. I do a brand new read every day, 365, and I do it for hardcore people who want to improve their manifesting ability. And the reason I only have this one static picture up every day, depending on what the energy is, depending on the card spread, right? That changes every day, is that I want to minimize the visual distractions. We live a life full of distractions. It's intended that way because if you are distracted, then you're not conscious, you're not thinking, you're not aware, you're not present. When you are in that condition, the people who want to control you have power over you. So this is why all this is done. I want to give you the power back. Manifesting is a God-given right. We do it anyway. We do it anyway. Little ways more often than not. But we do it, and we're aware of it. We just have a tough time calling it up. Part of the problem is the fact that we have been distracted from our karma, our life path. We are all created equal, but we're not the same. Our path is not the same. And even if our path is similar, we still have a different way to go. We're all different. It's a mix. Sometime down the road, I've been working with this thing. I'll talk about, and maybe I'll just devote one segment to it, because it may take 10 minutes, a whole segment. What I view as our karma, or what our life path is all about, and see how you feel about it. But the point of the matter is, we are not equal. We are all created equally, but our destinations are different, our paths are different. And that's where we get confused. We think, well, just because I feel it, I can do it. No, not necessarily. You have natural talents, natural abilities, and natural liabilities. You may be working out something from a past life that somebody else is not working with. And even if they're working with something similar, they again have a different approach to it, a different way to accomplish it. We're all different. So the idea is to help you with your manifesting ability, working with your karma. Not somebody else's, not what the mass media tells you, not what the government tells you, not what anybody else tells you. What you have inside, you know it, but you ignore it. And, of course, with all the distractions, you're not paying attention to it. You're like that cat or dog chasing the laser beam. You've seen those little laser-type pens or whatever the heck, and you can get them to move on the carpet, and the cat or dog just can't help themselves. They got to chase it. They're not going to get anything. There's nothing there, but they can't help themselves. Well, guess what? We're the same way. Society has put out this laser beam in front of us, and we're chasing it. There's nothing there. The only time there is something there is when you are following your karma. And that takes us to our reading today. The middle card is always the oracle card, and the middle card today is flexible. Flexible. The number up in the right-hand corner, just above her feet, 19, 1 and 9. 1 is beginning, 9s are endings, and 1 and 9 takes you to a 10. Again, beginning. But the 10 has a 0 in it. 0 is spirit. So, you're being given the opportunity, the energy is here to begin something new, which means ending the old. Takes me to today's memes. It all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to has power over you if you allow it to have power. Laser beam. Chasing nothing. Flexible. Now, if you were to look at this oracle card, you would figure, okay, maybe I got to be flexible about something. And that indeed may be true. There may be an element of flexibility, emotional flexibility, maybe spiritual flexibility somehow. Some kind of flexibility, some kind of comfort, relax. You're not resisting. But I look at this card a different way today. I look at it as the Hanged Man. Hanged Man gets a different point of view because he is upside down. Well, isn't she? In a manner of speaking, upside down? She's getting a different view. Same place, same situation, but a different view. It all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to has power over you. Flexibility. Interesting. Okay, let's go. Card all the way to the left. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune doesn't necessarily mean good fortune, although very often it can and does. No, what the Wheel of Fortune means is destiny, a turning point. We don't know if it's good, bad, or difficult, and it really doesn't matter. It's your destiny. You are coming to a point in your life where you are being given the opportunity to change your destiny, to improve your destiny, by getting a different point of view that would allow for some flexibility. For a lot of people these days, they believe the government, and when the government says this, that, and the other thing, and if they tell us, oh, this is going on in this war, and this, you got to be vaccinated here, and you got to be, well, we're finding out that they're all lies. None of this is true. None of it has been true. But some people are afraid not to believe in the system because they lose their comfort, they lose their safety, they lose their security. Well, today is heads up. Hey, be flexible. Get a different point of view. Flip it. This is the perfect time for you to decide to put down the sword. 5 of Swords is the next one. 5s are always changed. Swords are thoughts, ideas, usually from other people. So you're saying to yourself, the time has come for me to be flexible. I have an open door. The Wheel of Fortune says this is an opportunity. I'm going to have to stop thinking like I'm thinking. I'm going to have to start believing what I stopped believing. I'm going to have to double check everything. And so what that means is that you're going to have to go back. The next card coming up here is a very, very influential card. Judgment. It's awakening, rebirth, a new perspective. Ooh, heads up, a new perspective, seeing things differently. But to do that, you see there are always 3 people in the Judgment card, past, present, and future. You got to go back to the past. There's something in the past that you need to recognize, be aware of, notice. Bring it into the future and decide how you want to adjust that for a better future. So something from the past, you bring into the present, you make adjustments, and take it with you into the future. It will change your sense of values. It may be, in fact, exactly what you have to do. That's the change. That's the flexibility. Well, I've always believed this. I always thought it was true because I was told when I was raised this was the way it was supposed to be. But now, as I start thinking for myself, maybe it should have been that way then, but maybe not now. Maybe not for me. Remember, it all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to has power over you if you allow it to have power. Heads up, flexibility. The door is open. Wheel of Fortune says now is the time to change your thinking, to reevaluate, to form a new set of values that you can take with you to the future. But it means that you're going to have to be flexible. You can do it, though. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Manifested Tarot reading. Next time you and I have a chance to get together and talk tarot, peace and blessings.